Today we are completing Guided Project 1-3. In this project, you will edit a worksheet for Wherever Shoes that tracks their product inventory. You change the zoom size, reset the panes, and format data. You copy an existing formula to calculate the value of the current stock and insert a column for new data. After adjusting print options, you set a print area for a specific product line. Skills covered in this project: open and save a workbook, change zoom size and remove a split, freeze panes, format labels and values, use the fill handle to copy a formula and fill a series, check spelling, apply a workbook theme, cell styles and font attributes, merge and center labels, insert a column and adjust column widths and row heights, adjust alignment, indents, and borders, rename the sheet tab, use page layout view to insert a footer. To begin, log in to simnet.online.com, bring up our class, and then you will go to Chapter 1. Here you will see in orange Sim Book Reading. Our projects are in blue, and then the chapter exam is in red. We are completing again Guided Project 1-3. For those that are Mac users, please download the instructions for Mac 2016. All others, please download Office for Windows 2016. And then we have a instructional PDF sheet. You can print these, or if you have double monitors either at home or if you're at school doing your homework, you can use both screens and split this. I'm old school. I definitely like to print, and if you can, it's best to print in red. The reason why is anything that it has you type, you will notice in 2F that it's in red, things that it has you to type. And sometimes when it's in grayscale, you are unable to see the red lettering. Next, after you've printed your instructions or have downloaded those, we will start the file. Once you learn this, all of the SimNet assignments or projects, if you will, are all created the same, whether you're in this class for Excel or if you are in Word or PowerPoint. Once is the open the Wherever Shoes -01 start file. If the workbook opens in protected view, click the Enable Editing button so you can modify it. The file will be renamed automatically to include your name. Change the project file name if directed to do so by your instructor and save it. At this time, we are not going to change the name. You can do a save as two ways. File to go to the backstage view, or you can do F12, which is the fastest way to do a save as. Save your file somewhere where you can find it. I have created an ADMS 142 folder, and I'm going to name the subfolder in there Chapter 1 so that all of my homework for Chapter 1 for the 3 projects is actually saved in ADMS 142 with the subfolder Chapter 1. Remove a split and freeze panes. Click the split button. The split button is located in the View tab, Window Group. So here we have the ribbon, File and Home. So we're in the Home tab. We want to go to the View tab, and you'll notice that the split is highlighted. You can also see in the worksheet that we have a split line here going through this F and A column as well as the 3 and 1 rows. So click the split button, and now it's removed. 2B says click cell A4 to freeze the column titles at this position. Click the Freeze Panes button, View tab, Window Group, and we want to freeze panes. Scroll down to row 31. And as we're doing that, you can see that row 3 is now frozen. And so here's row 31. And click in cell E31. And again, notice that the column titles are frozen. 2F says to type 3 in E31 and press enter. Press Control Home. The insertion point returns to cell A4. 3. We're going to change zoom size and unfreeze the pane. A. Click the 100% button that is in the View tab in the Zoom group. Click the Freeze Panes button, which is in the View tab, Window group, and choose Unfreeze Panes. Click into cell A1. Next, in 4, we're going to check spelling in the worksheet. Select B4 to B11, and these are just a cell range that we're selecting, so B4 to B11. And now we're going to click the spelling button. So we want to review something, so we're going to go into the Review tab, and spell check, or the spelling button, is on the far left in the Proofing group. So this should say hiking, but it says hiking, and it's found as misspelled. Now we want to make sure that the suggestions that hiking is selected, if it isn't, but mine is default as that. And now we're going to change all to correct all occurrences of the misspelled word. Spell check complete, you're good to go. Click OK. In 5, we're going to use the fill handle to copy a formula. Click H4. The formula is visible in the formula bar. So up at the top, you'll see E or equals E4 times G4, and that is E4, which is here, times G4 here. So we have 5 times 46.5 equals 232.5. The formula multiplies the quantity by the cost to calculate the value of the current stock. Point to the fill handle in cell A4. Your fill handle is that small green box down in the right-hand corner, and watch my pointer change shapes. We are going to double-click the fill pointer. The formula is copied down to the entire column. For those that are using Excel 2013, and I hope none of you are at this point, we used to be able to just take this fill handle and drag it down, but in 2016 the new feature is just to double click and it automatically fills the cells. That's a great new feature. Go ahead and press Control Home. Let's go to the top. In number 6 it says click the Themes button. Here we are going to go to Page Layout. We want to change how the page looks. You will choose Ion from the gallery. Themes is in the Themes group on the far left at the top, and we want Ion. It's nice that they have these labeled, but if you can't see them, if you hover, you will see the names pop up as well. Select cells A1 to J1. We're going to merge and center the titles, the title and then the subtitle. Once you have selected A1 to J1, click the Merge and Center button. That is in the Home tab in the Alignment group. And now we've just merged our title. Select cell A2 to J2 and merge and center as well. Select cell A1, click the Styles button or the More button, and select the title in the Titles and Headings category. So we have cell A1 selected, And we are going to go into Cell Styles, which is here in the Styles group, and this is your More button. Before I forget, when you see a drop down arrow like this is a More button, whereas the half square with an arrow pointing out, this is called a launcher. Launchers open up dialog boxes. So you will open up the More button, and we are looking for title, and you will select title. Select cell A2, and now we're going to choose and apply heading style 4, or heading 4 style. So here are our heading styles right next to title, and we want heading 4. Next, in 8C, it says click the font arrow and select 14 point. In the Home tab in the font group, you will see the size that we can change, and you're going to scroll down to 14 to change your font size. And in C it says click the font size, or I'm sorry, excuse me, in D it says select row headings for 1 and 2. Click the Format button, which is located in the Home tab in the Cells group, and the Format is the last one, and choose Row Height. Type 22 as the new row height and press Enter. Select cells A3 to J3. From the Cell Styles gallery in the Home tab, you will select 40% hyphen accent 3. So we're going back into Styles. We want 40% accent 3. Apply bold. So they're already highlighted. Just go ahead and click either Control B or select the B in the font group. Now click the row 3 heading. We already have that selected, and point to the bottom border of the row heading to display the Resize arrow. Drag the size arrow to 21.00 or 28 pixels. So right between the 4 and the 3, your pointer changes shapes, and you can see where I'm set at 16.5 for the height, or 22 pixels, and we want to go to 28 pixels. So it just kind of takes a steady hand, and once you get that, just left click that to hold it down to choose it, and then lift up on your left click. M says to click the zoom out button in the status bar if necessary so that you can see all the rows. And we do have a zoom out, which is in our view tab, but because I am creating this video for you, I don't want to zoom out too much. You can also use your zoom down at the bottom in the slide bar down here, if that's what you would like to do. So you can zoom in and out that way as well. 9. Select cells D4 through F39, as we are going to change the alignment and format values, apply borders, and increase the indent. So again, the range is D4 to F39. Click the center button. To do that, you have to be in the Home tab, in the alignment group, and we want center. Select cells G4 to H39. And I am left clicking and holding that down, and then just scrolling down slowly so that I don't go over the 39. Now we're going to click the accounting number format button. That again is found in the Home tab, in the number group, and I am actually going to open my launcher, as I would like to have you see this dialog box. So here is the accounting category, and we have it set for 2 decimal places, which is fine. So we're not going to change that, and the symbol will give us a $sign. So go ahead and just say OK. Next, click cells A3 to J39. And click the Borders drop-down arrow. That's found in the Home tab, in the Font group, and this is the border. So open up the drop-down box, and then you will select all borders. While the cells are selected, click the Font Size drop-down arrow and choose 12. Home tab, Font, and 12. Select cells B4 to C39, B4 to C39, and click the Increase Indent button. That is found in the Home tab in the Alignment group, and here you see Increase Indent and Decrease Indent. We want Increase, so click it one time, and everything moves to the right. It moves it away from the label or from the border for easier reading. Next, we will click and drag to select columns A through J. If you hover just above the A, your pointer changes to an upside down arrow. Left click A, move across to J. Again, that's left click A, the column, and move across to J. Double click the border between columns J and K. So here is J and K, and we're going to double click right in between, and you see the pointer changes shape. Double click, and now everything has done an auto fit to itself. Just those selected columns, which is basically everything in our spreadsheet. So it spreads it out so it's easier to read. Select and center, align the labels in row 3. So we're going to select and center everything in row 3, and you're going to center align. Again, that's in the Home tab in the Alignment group, and we want to center. In number 10, it says to insert a column and fill data. Right click column heading B. So right click, and then we bring up a short menu or a mini tool menu. So choose insert from the context menu, and in cell B3 type disk. I will tell you that we just highlighted B and it moved C to the right, so it inserted a new row, or excuse me, a new column to the left of B. So we're going to type in disk, question mark, and press enter, which takes us down to B4. And in B4 you're going to type no, enter, B5, no, enter, B6, yes, enter. Select cells B4 to B6 and increase the indent twice. Notice now it's a little bit centered. Select B4 to B6 and double click the fill pointer. So we've got no, no, yes. The rest of these are going to be, guess what? No, no, yes, no, no, yes. So go ahead and just double click, and then they automatically fill in. Love that new feature. Select cells A4 to A39. And again, I'm just left clicking, holding that down and dragging it, and click the indent button one time. Press Control Home to go to A1. Double click the Sheet 1 tab. Down at the bottom of this worksheet, we have the option of naming it. So double click Sheet 1 and let's call it Inventory. Notice that when I double clicked, it highlighted all of Sheet 1 so that I didn't have to try to get in there and go behind the 1 and then backspace to take out the word Sheet 1. So make sure that you do double click down in there. Once you've typed inventory, make sure that you've spelled it correctly. SumNet will count it wrong, as well as on your final you might get that wrong, so no typos. Go ahead and press enter. Now we're going to use page layout to view to insert a footer. Click the page layout button in the status bar. This is your status bar down here, and on the far right you have 4 things going on. We're in normal view, page layout, which is what we're going to choose in a second, page break preview, and then your zoom. So let's go to page layout. Click the center header section. So here we have left, center, right, and you want center. Just click it once. The header and footer tools design tab is active now. So it says up here in the ribbon, header and footer tools, and then design. That's what that means in 12C, or in 12B. In C, it says to click the header footer designs tab and then click go to footer. And so we're going to go to the footer that's in the navigation pane. Click the middle section if necessary. If you were in the header in the middle section and you click go to footer, it should automatically take you to the center section of the footer. Click the file name button in the header and footer elements group. That is found in the header and footer design, or tools, and then design. And then we have in the header footer element section, we have the towards the middle, if you will, the file name button. So the code should be an ampersand, bracket, file, close bracket. Click a worksheet cell to see the file name. So we're just going to click up an F, 45F, and that should have your name on there. Click to normal view and press the home, control home. So normal view in the status bar, control home. Now we're going to change page setup options, and the reason why is you can see that this dotted line here shows our page break. So we've got one between column F and G, which means our page, if we go to print, won't print on one page. So let's change the layout. Click the page layout tab and click the page setup launcher. So page setup or page layout, and then in the page layout group, there's that half open square with an arrow, that's the launcher. Click there. Display the page tab and select the landscape radio button. And that changes the orientation to landscape. Select fit to radio button. These little guys here are called radio buttons. We want to fit to, we want 1 for the page, wide by 1 tall, so don't change that if you've defaulted to 1, 1, and then go ahead and click OK. And now you see that our dotted lines have disappeared. Now let's set a print area. Select cells A1 through K11. That again is called a range. Click the page layout tab, and we should still be default to that because we didn't go back to home after we did that number 13 to change the orientation. Click the print area, and that is found in the page setup group here, and select set print area. So everything that you've just highlighted is the only print area that you're going to do. So instead of printing this entire worksheet, it's just going to select and print just this area. Press Control Home. Click the File tab. We're going to go Backstage View. That's what this is referring to, Backstage View. And select Print to preview the worksheet print area. Again, this is cells A1 to K11. Pretty nice feature to be able to use if you don't want to print the entire worksheet and just some of the important things of your worksheet. So you just highlight it and click on print area. Really cool. Now let's click the back arrow and return to normal view. Click and Save button in the Quick Access toolbar to save the worksheet changes. It's found way up at the top. If you don't see your icon for that, there is a little drop-down box here for you to customize your Quick Access toolbar, and you're able to choose that. Make sure that it's highlighted or it has a check mark next to it. So go ahead and save that. Close the workbook and let's upload it. So I'm going to do a X here, And to upload it, we're going to upload into SumNet, so click Upload My File. And where did you save it at? So remember, I created an ADMS 140, should have been 142, sorry, not 141 file. Actually, let me go out. Here we go. 142 and chapter 1, and so we've got the Excel spreadsheet, and I'm going to open it. And it's going to take just a moment to upload. Now, I have never used this. I do have some students that use this. No, I'm not ready puts it into draft form, and you can save it there, so if you're not done or you're not ready to do it. It's always worked for students who have used it. I haven't. If you'd like to try it, go for it. But we're done, so we're going to say yes, submit the file here. A couple of quick things. Don't forget that I've given you 3 attempts in your homework. Exhaust those. So if you didn't get 100 like I did and you want to redo it, here's the cool thing. You can see what you missed. It will show up either in red if the whole step is wrong, or if they gave you partial credit, you'll see blue down here. I didn't miss anything, so this is not a really good example. But it also tells you, if you click on these, it opens it up, that shows what step you missed. So don't reinvent the wheel. Don't go back and redo your homework. Just go ahead and bring up the assignment that you submitted and make the changes that it shows that you missed, whether it's partial or entire incorrect question or answer. Change that and then upload it. Let me show you something really fast. So remember, I gave you 3 attempts. We just did attempt 1. If you're the student that doesn't get 100 the first time, it takes you a little while because we will be getting progressively harder as we get through the chapters. If you attempt all 3, your homework will disappear. So let me rephrase that. If you have attempted all 3 attempts and you've exhausted those, you've used them up, when you go back out to the board where we have 142 and you see in here your projects, they will disappear from here. Okay? That's if you use all 3. The other thing is they will disappear after their due dates. This is chapter 1. This just happens to be due at the beginning of the semester. So be mindful of that. Make sure you stay up on your homework and get it done. All right, that's it for your homework. Good luck, and if you get stuck, use the Ask Dr. Barnes a Question tab located in Blackboard.